It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. James Harrison dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Now Willis to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now Willis to throw.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back to throw, Willis.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Now Willis.
He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
48 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he returns this to the 22.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bengals getting set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now third down and very long. To the air with McCarthy.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now Sanders. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because
this is taken in. It's complete.
He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Justin Jefferson,
98 yards.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's McCarthy.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now McCarthy. Escaping the pressure. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time. And
that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down. Willis will look to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulted. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Able to get away. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. McCarthy off the play fake. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Extra point put through by Boswell, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The last 2 plays from scrimmage in this ball game pretty eventful. He throws the interception. The other guys, boom, one play in there in the end zone. So now he's got to try to bounce back. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Willis looking to throw it. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on. He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw, here's Willis.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now Willis.
He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jamison Williams.
52 yards.
And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A give to Smith out of the gun.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Donald Parham,
30 yards.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Come on.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. He's got it. Touchdown. Devontae Adams from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Jalen Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And Sanders now to return. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
They've got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Under pressure, they got him again. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. McCarthy. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. They'll run here with Hill. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. 3rd and long. Hill drops the throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, young man from the University of Colorado.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to...
Into space. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 98 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Here's 1st and 10. Now Willis. That one caught by Adams. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. Here's Willis. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And he will score. Donald Parham. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here with Rodriguez. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. It is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. That's fielded at about the 18. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 99 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down. And that... They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3 offense.
That is hot. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Rains, it pours.
A big hole. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 97 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught downfield by Diggs. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has given the folks who put together our... a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Willis. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Eagles keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football, and it's recovered by one of his teammates. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let
This is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Willis. He's got Parham, his tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing, Willis. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Donald Parham. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Broncos. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hill. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 6. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here comes a return. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. He'll let this one go long for Williams. Inside the 30. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 98 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. That'll be taken in by Rodriguez. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Willis now to throw. He's got it at the 7. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing, Willis. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. To throw is Willis. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go. And the Eagles add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. 1st and 10. Willis to throw. That's to the big tight end, Parham. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Willis now to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Eagles will add 1 more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And that screen's slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
This brought in out past the 20. Now Willis. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. He's got it. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Eagles stretch things out even further. Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here we go. One final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game, in perfect harmony as they post a lopsided shutout victory.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one, and I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind, but I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You could look at past performance. You could look at metrics. You could spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
So here they come now to take over on offense. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure. Every guy that's drafted can make every throw, but how special are those throws? How much accuracy? How much zip? When it comes to Spencer Rattler, dude's got a live arm. It isn't the arm or the skill set that saw him fall to the 5th round. It was some of the ups and downs in college. And when given a chance and the right supporting cast, he does have elite arm talent.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
You just kept going their own way, and that's going to cost them. That is a safety. All right, Brock, here it is, the totally common opening drive safety to put our first points on the board.
You know, okay, I don't know why baseball's cornered the market on this adage of, well, the great thing about baseball is you show up and anything can happen. You may see something you've never seen before. Well, it's the same thing in this game, and we just witnessed it right there. I think that's the first time on an opening drive I've seen a safety, and I think it sets the scene for what's going to be a wild, wild day. can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Throwing from his own end zone. He's throwing deep to the left. Wide open, downfield. Got it! He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles finish off their opening drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Eagles push the lead to 2 scores now. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So Miami headed out for its second drive of the game. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
All right, here we go. Second down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Searches from pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Finds his target, Robinson. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. Has it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Wide open down the field, and he has it! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles now up by 15 in the opening quarter. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Eagles take a 16-point lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Hill now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. And time runs out before they get the snap off. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. He's got time. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Torrey Taylor on the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. The return begins on their side of midfield. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Eagles will take possession. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Complete to DK Metcalf. 40. At the 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch the lead to 23. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Dolphins pushing for a score before the break. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let you run it there all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. Just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that first down marker.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 33. New series coming up following the punt. And it'll be their football. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. Here's Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He's back to throw. Dump off to his fullback. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
All right, Kate, thanks for...
In the interest of time, we'll bypass the halftime break and resume play with the 3rd quarter. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Starting at the 10. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. If anyone is still doubting that this guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock, add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And got to be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Hill now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Miami... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
On 2nd down, Robinson.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Rattler setting to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown! The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points at 1 out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He'll now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
From the 23. Escapes his grasp. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Rattler. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Collects this at the 32. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. He lofts it deep left. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He'll now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. A toss now to Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Higgins, the man in motion right. Running left is Robinson. He'll take this forward to the 20 before they take him down to the turf. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Dolphins have it to begin the... Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Starts the return at the 34. The Eagles about set to go on offense. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Willis. Big gain downfield. The 40. Hits the 20. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Another drive coming up for this offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. But you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in the record books right now.
On now comes their punter. And he's been one of the players of this game. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Brought in at the 41. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Huge return here. It's good for 37. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Eagles and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Eagles are running them out of the building. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Rattler back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the feet.
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rattler. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now Rattler. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Man in motion here. 3rd and long for him here. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level... Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Here comes their offense to begin this series, and leading them to the field, as always, is the QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Throwing on their first play. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up second down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Another carry for Robinson. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here he is on third and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Here's Willis to the air. Flushed out of the puck. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Willis now. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. This is brought in at the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. One quarter down for these. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing is Willis. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Secures this at the 17. The Eagles headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire
space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. First and 10 now from the 30. Running back, motioning right. Willis to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's second and 5. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Third down from the gun. On the move, headed right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Jack Fox on the punt. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Let's see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he gets in, touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. To throw, here's Willis. He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. He'll throw it. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here's a return from the 7. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game.
Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. He puts They connect on the deep shot. The 30. He's at the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well, because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And
it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Buys time, rolling right. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play, breaking the pocket.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He's got it. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Eagles will take possession. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance.
Delay of game.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Come on. Set. Go.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here's Willis. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles blowing them out now, 34-zip. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Motion man left is Brown. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Willis looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Eagles take over after the interception. That's good, but a very puzzling return.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Finds a seam down the middle. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now this offense getting set to work here. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you commit.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Shakes himself free, and he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. They're out now, ready to punt it. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to do some window dressing. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. The return begins on their side of midfield. New series coming up following the punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. The home teams and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Willis. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running back sent in motion. Another try following the sack. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. They get him again, and this time it's for points. That is going to be a safety. Brock, I know you're a big fan of referencing baseball. Well, I believe that was 3 sacks, and they're out. Or in this case, get off the field following that safety.
No, that's a good call right there. You want baseball, Kate? I'll give you baseball. You know what that was? That was the equivalent of an immaculate inning in baseball. 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts, you're out. Back-to-back-to-back sacks. That's immaculate. And I don't think we'll see it again in this game.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. He'll look to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles running them out of the building. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. That's it for all of us. On behalf of our crew and my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scotch. This has been another edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Hello, everybody. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, let's dive right in. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, just about everything, Kate, but these are two such evenly matched teams. You and I know there's going to be 2, 3, 4 plays in this game that will likely define the outcome. That is the beauty of the NFL each and every weekend. Each and every Thursday and Sunday and Monday night, they come down to a couple plays. Who will they be? What will they be? When will they be? Tune in and watch.
So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Throwing from his own end zone. Fits it through the middle. 40. At the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right things said in the paper, bulletin board material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting the fullback involved here. Jukes out a 1-stop. Along the right sideline, there's space. 30. The 10. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Oh, baby. He got loose pace, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. Don't always have to be a 4-3 guy on the track. You just have to be a guy that once you get in that open field, there is nobody, and I mean nobody in the building that was going to catch him.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself. Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on second down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And it's the Chiefs in trouble on 4th and long. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Taking a yard shy of midfield. Here comes their offense out again. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Play action on first down. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles boat racing them to the halftime locker room. One after up and good from Boswell. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the hit stops him cold. Well, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And a defender's on it. This is a touchdown. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they've played safe with a run to the outside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 9. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Jukes one defender. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Here's Willis to the air. Metcalf's got it. Complete. Hits the 20. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Robinson on the inside give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring out 4th down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Secures this at the 17. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The give to the fullback. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard.
The juke gets him some running room. He cuts it right. Continues to cook. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. We are going to have to dig into the scouting reports from when he got drafted, Brock, because I'm not sure any of us knew he had that kind of run in him.
No, that's usually one of the scat backs on the roster that we expect to hit home runs, even a receiver out of that backfield if they're feeling fancy. But a fullback breaking away for that type of run,
sir.
I think he surprised us all with those afterburners.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of it as they get caught for holding along the way.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. He's forward. Gets a couple of yards. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
This is Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They send the tight end in motion left. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. That's taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
You know, I'm not sure the defense expected that give to the fullback. By the time they shook off the surprise, he was through the line and headed to the second level.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles authoring a blowout here. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. Past the 45. Continues to cook. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles tack on 7 more to their lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
So out now comes the punter. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. He fields it cleanly. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Good return here of 19 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Right up the gut. Juke the defender. He's out in the clear. Has a hole left, room to run. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner. But, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Mahomes on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So that's going to do it for us here at EA Sports. This has been another presentation of Madden Ultimate Team. The